Hello and welcome back everyone. In this video we are going to talk about the object methods. Okay, so you might have already seen all these methods like object dot define property, right? Object dot define properties, then object dot assign, which is another popular method. Assign object dot create, right? Object dot now another important methods are like you can see this list. Get on property symbol, get on property names, right? Or another, so there is a good number of list is frozen, or you can say object dot freeze to freeze an object. Get on property descriptor, another important method. So what it do, so you pass the object name, which is object here in this case, right? And some property name for which you are looking for descriptor property 1. Let's see this. So this is my object and this is the property 1. I'm trying to get the descriptor. Okay, I just need to do console.log also here. So you can see value is 42, writable true, enumerable true, configurable true. So whenever you create a property in an object, something like this, writable, configurable, enumerable are always true. So until and unless you specify your argument something like this, object.define property, this is the same object I'm using. Okay, this is the object. Let's call it some person. So you will not get confused in small object and capital object. So I'm adding a new property which is a property 3. Let's talk about it. And I'm putting the value 48. Writable is true, configurable. So I'm putting all of them as false. I'm not interested in making the changes again and again. Okay, so define property means you are actually adding a new property to this person object. Your property 1 and 2 are already there. Property 3 you are adding, and now I wanted to get a property descriptor also for this. Get on property descriptor for person object. Let's run this. Okay, so by default it's a writable true, configurable true. Now let's do this again for property 2. Oh, sorry, I was creating property 3 here. So initially it was everything was 42, 43, and get on property descriptor person is an object, and I added a property 3. Get on property descriptor. Okay, I'm trying to understand. Okay, property 1 I am able to get the value for this. I didn't receive the value for this. Okay, now it is coming. So initially these all were true for property 1. For property 3 you can see these are false. So whenever I say enumerable or configurable false, you cannot update these properties. You cannot say person dot property 3 equal to something else, because the writable is false. It's you cannot update this property. So if I do person dot property 3 equal to something else, so it's still not updated. If you try to do the console.log this object, then you will still get the same value. So we added a property 3 method, and property 3 is having value as 48. So value is 48, all these values are coming, so it's still not changed, the value is still same. Okay, so all these methods which I was talking about is the get on property descriptor, property names. This is another method, object dot property names, and pass your object here, right? So it will give you all the property names inside this property. Okay, object dot create, to create a new object. This is for used for inheriting the object properties. Object dot assign, to merge the two objects or create a new deep copy of an object. Okay, define properties, to define adding multiple properties on an object. Define property to add a single property with writable, enumerable, configurable properties. Okay, here you can explicitly specify if enumerable is false, you cannot inherit this property in any other object. Okay, so that's it.